G'day guys, what's going on? Super here. Today I'm going over my round 16 review. I scored 1902, finally in the top 10k, which is good. So in the greens this week, went up 364 places, which is nice. 6 out of 7 tips, so not too bad. I think there was an upset or something. Oh, maybe I tipped the Swans over the Bulldogs, which was a pretty good game to watch. I think that was the game of the round for me. Of what I can remember anyway. It was kind of like a pretty boring week. Obviously the Cats weren't playing this week, so I wasn't that interested. But yeah, still interested for SuperCoach. Wasn't really a high scoring like round for my players either, so it was a bit odd. So we had the VC on Bont, and he scored 63, which was pretty poor. It was his like 250th game. Don't know if many other people went for that VC option, but I decided to risk it. Didn't work out. Put the C on Dacos, so most people would have done that as well against West Coast. Scored 131. Pretty sure he was the top scorer for the Pies that game. So, pretty low scoring type of Supercoach scores from the players this week, which is a bit odd. We had Connor Rosie as the highest scoring player in our team with 150. So, I think that was on the Thursday night. So, yeah, a bit interesting there. Probably should have had a bit more consideration with him being a VC option, but yeah, didn't do that. Finally the buys are over. Thank God for that. Got a few duds in my team. Obviously, haven't completed the side as I would have expected it to be completed, but got Whitfield here, so not sure if he's going to be back or not. And Callum Mills was kind of pretty poor as well, but most people would have had him. I think he got scaled down a bit. If we have a look at his score. So yeah, Roberts is another guy. Like if you've got him, I'd probably just trade him out. I traded him out a couple weeks back for Rosie, so that worked out pretty well at the time, especially this week anyway. But yeah, Mills, he's actually did worse than Roberts, which is a bit of a surprise. Had 3 clangers there, scaled down by 10 points. I don't think it's a big issue. Still had 22 touches there, and looks like he's still taken most of the kickouts. So should be pretty good. I think it was just a bit of a bad game. The scoring was pretty bad in that game. Like people had Darcy and he only scored like in the 70s, I believe, and Ed Richards got tagged. So pretty shocking scores from that game, like with Bontempelli as well. But yeah, hopefully Mills can bounce back this week against who do they play? Is it the Dockers? Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Keen to see how he goes there. Hopefully Whitfield is back. Holmes, this week looks pretty good, I think, for captain options anyway. So there's a few good options this week. We'll just change it back to round 17. So yeah, Holmes could definitely be a VC option this week against Richmond. But yeah, there's so many good matchups, I reckon. So it'll be hard to choose like what captain option to go for. Maybe you go Holmes over Bailey Smith. Maybe Bailey Smith gets attention, but then again, I don't think Richmond have been tagging recently, so maybe you want to go for Bailey Smith instead there. Bailey Dale against North Melbourne, is it? Not too sure about the matchup there. I think it's a negative matchup actually for defenders. Let me just have a look at that. Western Bulldogs or Orange. Yeah, probably not worth the VC. You probably want to do Bontempelli over Dale anyway. So I think Bont's got a pretty good history against North Melbourne. So yeah, had a pretty down game. His break even's 96. I think this is the cheapest he'll be, 568k there. This is the cheapest he's been all year. So good time to jump on him against the North Melbourne matchup. Probably won't get a tag, but who knows? Not sure who is going to tag him anyway. But what's his past record? He's got pretty juicy scores there, so pretty obvious VC option for is it the Thursday night game? Yeah, I think that's a clear option there. Could do like a risky one in not really risky in Dacos. He could be a good option against the Blues. But yeah, there's heaps of good options. Even like Hewitt might be a good option against the Pies. It could be an upset maybe if that'd be a pretty big game actually. But yeah, Carlton have been going pretty poor, so I think their defense is like completely screwed now. So I'm pretty sure that who was it? Sard got subbed out early on in the game, I believe. Yep, injured. So hopefully that means that my guy Doherty is going to be taking more responsibilities down back, taking more kick-ins, and especially with Wiedering, he was like, I think he was like a bit sore from his ankle injury. Oh, he didn't really, it wasn't confirmed to be an injury, but he did his ankle the week before that and played pretty poorly on the Thursday night. So yeah, Doherty scored pretty well, so that was good. But hopefully he doesn't get dropped. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I was hearing some commentators saying that he should be dropped. But 103 is pretty good, so I'll take that any day of the week. But yeah, fingers crossed that he gets more responsibilities down back with the Adam Sard news anyway. But have a quick look at the kick-ins just to see if anyone has him or not. That'd be pretty funny. Leave a comment down below if you actually have him. But Doherty didn't take any kickouts in round 16, which was interesting. Hollands took some. Silvani, yeah, he was up there in the scoring as well. And I wonder if Mitch McGovern's going to come back into defence now with all the concerns. He was playing a bit forward recently, so maybe that happens. And anyway, going back over the team, Rosie was, a gun, best scorer of my team, so that's unreal. And then Sinclair's kind of been down. He's like at a pretty cheap price if you want to grab him, but not really sure about his matchup coming forward, like against the Hawks. Not too sure if that's a good matchup. But yeah, he's still got that break even of 164, so he's going to come down even more. So probably not worth it this week. Yeah, so he's got some hard matchups or some like orange matchups anyway for the next 2 weeks. I probably wouldn't risk it, to be honest. Like maybe just wait until he goes down a bit more. And yeah, I think Clark should come back into the side, so that'd be nice for a bit of cash gen. Hopefully we can get like a mid-pricer for our last player or someone like that. But McCarthy's been unreal. Like he's got dropped 101. His break even is a negative 175. He's going to go up 100k, 103k, which is just ridiculous. Like I don't think I've seen a break even that high. I mean low, sorry, for ages. Like who was it? Maybe Goulden back in the day, but I can't remember. Maybe his is like lower than Goulden, but it's just actually ridiculous. But yeah, he seems like you can just field him. What a clutch score to be able to field, especially when I only had 18 players playing this week. So I had to kind of cop like a Mills and a Bolton score anyway, just because I didn't have enough people playing. And then Sarong, yeah, he's a bit garbage, honestly. Like he's had a good couple last weeks, dropping 140s back to back, and then. Yeah, a bit of a down game against the Saints. They were getting dominated in the midfield until like the last quarter, so not too sure about that. Who's he got this week? Got the Sydney Swans, probably cops a tag, you would imagine, so don't know about that. And then Hewitt, yeah, don't mind him. Probably wouldn't VC him this week, though. I think I'd rather just do it on the Bont. And then Neil, not too sure about that. He might get tagged as well from the Power. Could have a quick look and see. You would imagine that they do tag him. Oh, I was meant to go on the Power. Where's Lucky Neil? Drew. Yes. When was that? 2023. Was there any McLuggage got the tag in 2024? Looks like they tagged McLuggage last time, so fingers crossed that's the case for our team this week and he just is off the leash and he goes nuts and drops a 149 like he did last time. That'd be pretty nice for us, but yeah, he's pretty cheap. Not too sure. People are jumping off of him, but I don't know. I think he'll bounce back this week. Merritt has a pretty nice matchup against Gold Coast, and he's pretty cheap as well if you wanted to finish off your side. He's got a pretty decent run actually coming up. Just got to watch out for the GWS and Sydney matchup there. Maybe St Kilda as well, or Geelong. Yeah, probably going to get tagged 3 games in a row there, you would imagine, actually, at the end of the year. But yeah, the next 2 weeks will be pretty juicy. So yeah, he's definitely in consideration for like a C option as well. Doherty probably won't go near him for a VC option, but yeah, McCarthy, obviously, if you don't have him, bring him in. He's just a gun somehow, just scoring so well. But yeah, he's been getting a fair bit of the pill. Cherry's got a pretty nice matchup in English this week, so yeah, could be a VC option as well. But yeah, I think I'd prefer to go with Bont, even though he had a pretty poor game this week. And then Witts. So Witts actually could be another guy that I might consider for the C. It's a bit risky for the C. Maybe I'd go the VC if I wasn't going to go on Bont. It just depends on the team sheets coming forward, because if Vizentini, I believe, if he's going to be the ruckman for Essendon and Goldie's not playing, then yeah, Jackson destroyed him, so Witts will definitely do the same there, so I could put the C on him. Even against Goldie, he should score pretty well, you would imagine. Probably like a 140, fingers crossed. But yeah, he's there. I think I'd rather do the Witts over Cherry against English, to be honest. Luke Jackson got Sydney. Yeah, it could be a pretty decent matchup if he swings forward and gets a few goals as well. He's been averaging like 2 or 3 goals, I think. Probably have to fact check that one, actually, but he's been kicking a few goals recently, so that's good. Freo, ruck opponent. Let's just have a look how Grundy ranks. Was it Freo? Yeah, red, so probably not ideal. But you would imagine they would play Darcy as well. But yeah, probably better options to go for, and he's later in the week as well. But yeah, Bailey Smith is another guy who, yeah, probably want to put the VC or C on. Petrarca even is a pretty good matchup as well, I think. I think he plays pretty good against Adelaide. Yeah, he got some monster scores in there, so bit of a pod VC or C option for Petrarca this week if you wanted to do that. Oh, he will have to be a C option. But yeah, it's pretty risky putting the C on him, I think. Let's have a quick look at the matchup. Melbourne, where is it? Red, yeah, probably not worth it. McRae, probably not. Rankin, yeah, he's got Melbourne, so usually the mids and like, well, not sure about the forwards, but usually the mids score well against Melbourne. Probably wouldn't go there. For Rankin, Bolton, probably could trade him out this week if you had the trades. He's been pretty garbage, honestly, but just double check his past scores. Pretty shocking, 57 last time this year, so not ideal. I think for my sake, I'm just going to hold him because running pretty low on trades, only have 4 trades left, so yeah, probably not worth trading him out, but there is a bit of value that is available this week if you wanted to go there. And then Warner plays all right against Freo. Yeah, he's got the 122 this year, so that's pretty nice. Hopefully he can do that again for us. He hasn't been the greatest pick this year, which is unfortunate. What's going on here? I've got the bit of a glitch. Yeah, if I was going to do a risky trade, it would be pretty risky, and if I was going to trade out Bolton, maybe I'd go for someone else who's, a bit risky. Don't know if it'll work out or not, but I was kind of tempted by a GWS boy. Who was it? Bit of a pod, eh? Could climb the ranks from this move, but big Josh Kelly. Yeah, it would be pretty risky. He hasn't really been playing inside, so that's a bit of a concern there. So yeah, if he gets named in the midfield, then maybe a go-ahead from me, but pretty unlikely that I do this. Just it'd be a bit of a risky play just to sort of blow up the team sort of thing. But yeah, the only real way I can really come back in the ranks is go for a massive pod. But yeah, I think they've got a pretty nice matchup, a pretty nice run anyway coming forward. So if you do have any of the Giants, you'll be licking your lips, like West Coast, Geelong, Essendon, back to back. That'll be pretty nice. few tougher matchups, and then a pretty nice run home. So if you got like Tom Green or Callahan, not too bad. But yeah, it'll just be dependent on where he's named in the team sheets. I think he's been playing a little bit down back, or like half back or something. Not too sure about him. But yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't do that. It's got a pretty nice run though. So if you want to take a punt, he's dropped like 109k. So hopefully my website will load. Probably not worth it now I'm thinking about it, but could be a bit of a ballsy play if you want us to do that. There's other good value options available as well. Darcy, can't afford him. I think I'm just better off just holding my trades and waiting for like May and Clark to go up a bit more in cash, and then try and swing them to someone later on in the year. Come like finals time, just wait and see. Anyway, VC will go on Bont, I reckon. Maybe into Wits, depending on the team sheets, or Merritt. I don't know if there's any obvious ones there. Maybe, maybe Bailey Smith. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a bit torn about who I'm putting the C on at the moment. Probably Wits, Smith, or Merritt. One of those guys. Depends on the team sheets. Could even do Holmes. Probably won't get any attention there. And yeah, he'll go nuts, you would imagine. Or maybe I do a VC on Wits into Bailey Smith. That probably, yeah. I think those are the guys I'm looking at. I think I might go with the Wits captain as a bit of a pod move. But yeah, it'll definitely be dependent on the team sheets. He's only in 3% of teams as well. So yeah, probably need to do that play to try and climb the ranks, I think. But yeah, Bailey Smith, 75% of teams, crazy. What about Holmes? Yeah, 43. I don't know. Let me know in the comments like what you guys are thinking for your VC and C options. There's heaps of good options this week, I think. So I think this is what I'll do anyway. Bond, how many teams is he in? 36. Yeah, I think I'll just wait and see with the team sheets and then make my decision then. But yeah, that's who I'm liking at the moment. Anyway, so I lost in the public league, no good. Had a bloody draw in the Dr. Supercoach, sorry, Catters matchup, which is ridiculous. So I think I've had 2 bloody draws in this league, which I think is unheard of. I don't think I've ever had 2 draws before. So pretty cooked stuff. Pretty good league, this one. Wow. Let's have a look. Yeah, I got 2 draws, which is just ridiculous. And yeah, ranked 268. But anyway, going over my league, got the dub, which is good on the comeback against Ethan with the ruse. So yeah, I need to try and come back into the top 8. It's pretty even at the moment, so hopefully you can get the dub this week and climb into the top 8 there. But yeah, looks like Jason's Raiders still has a few more points over me. Same with Lachlan Hedges there. So yeah, hopefully I can try and win some more games here, try and get in the finals. I don't want to miss out on that. That'd be embarrassing. Couldn't even get in the finals in my own league. But yeah, these guys have been killing it. So Kobe's on top with 48 points. Or same with Matt's Reapers. Yeah. So what's he at? Rank 148 overall, which is just crazy. Absolutely unreal, mate. That's just cooked. Hopefully he wins Supercoach. That'd be nuts, eh? He's held on to Gorn, which is fair enough. But yeah, Horn Francis is a bit of a stitch up with him, eh? Don't really know what the situation is with him. I think he got subbed out pretty early, so just have to wait and see what happens with that. And yeah, Sheasel's been pretty poor, so I did trade him out. So a couple weeks back, so hopefully it works out all right. And Brayshaw was starting to drop a bit in coin here, so maybe someone that I monitor to try and complete my team if there's a good buy-in point for him, but he seems to just be unattainable for my team anyway. But yeah, that's a pretty stacked midfield there. Bonds all the way down down at freaking what? M6. Crazy. But yeah, hopefully Kobe wins the 50k. That'd be huge. Him in my league as well, which is nuts. And then Matt, he's at rank 3,482. Pretty nice stuff from him. Tom Stewart's pretty nice. I think he's another guy you could have in consideration if you want to do a VC or C this week. I'd just have a quick look at his scores. Oh, not the greatest last time. Been talking too much. Liberatore's kind of dropped off a cliff there, so not ideal. Yeah, Darcy's going all right. Stephen, what's he at? What rank? In the top 5k, 4,488 is pretty good. Some good ranks here. How's Ryan going? I think he's up there as well. Yeah, rank 2k, pretty nice. 2,284. He's got Libber as well. Bit of a stitch up. Butler didn't go too good either, if you got him. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. What about David? I think he's got a pretty good side as well. Yeah, just outside the top 5k. Pretty similar sort of team. Be interesting to see how Zorko comes back after the bye, if he comes out pumping out some nasty scores. Yeah, not too sure about that. Still got Daniel there. Still got Doherty as well, the man. So Cripper's actually just been the worst this season, which is just ridiculous, honestly. Like, hopefully he can keep dropping in price and maybe I'll pick him up later on. But yeah, he's just had a shocking season this year. It's just been like, it's not too bad in terms of SuperCoach, but yeah, as this guy won like 2 Brownlows, he's just all the way down at 454k and can't even win games for the Blues anymore. So Chera had a pretty bit of a stinker game, this week as well. So yeah, a few bad scores this week. But yeah, going over the teams, what else? How are the other guys going here? Oh yeah, Dylan's up there. Don't know about his rank though. Like, geez, I should be in there. Top 5k pretty much there. What about Lachlan? What is he? Top 8k. Oh, he's above me, yeah. Malteser geezer. Thought he had a pretty good team at the start of the year. It's just been one of those years, hey. The competitions is so tight and it's, yeah, pretty hard to get up there in the ranks. My computer's a bit laggy for some reason. Doesn't want to show me Malteser geezer's team. Must be too good. Let's have a look. Oh, yep. Just lower than me in the ranks. And Vern's, I wonder how he's going. Yeah, not too bad. So yeah, it's just a bit of a stitch up this year. You know, everyone's really good, and if you have a couple bad weeks, it's really hard to catch up. But anyway, hopefully everyone has enjoyed the journey so far. I'm just kind of going over my thoughts. Don't really have a proper plan at the moment. I think it's just wait and see what happens. 4 trades left, so I think you just got to start going for pod options now. And yeah, just fingers crossed that your pods like pay off in the end with like even VC and C options. Maybe do a bit more VCing on some pods or some captains on them. I think that's the way to go forward. Just because like most people have, you know, all the good players, and it's pretty hard to, you know, be different at this time of the year. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably go with a C on wits. But yeah, it will be dependent on the team sheets. But anyway, let me know in the comments how you guys scored this week, what rank you are, and if you're thinking about doing any trades, how many trades do you have left. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you later.